is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. That BPL deal said to be in the closing stages. The staff transfer issue still being worked out. JoBeth Colby-Davis apologizes for that video from Christmas of her flaunting that Rolex gift. And Dr. Nakia Forbes says the Bahamas will not be impacted by that Trump order to suspend AIDS relief. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Chester Robards will be joining us. Also this morning, it's our monthly series with the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center. That's coming from Morning Blend Business. A lot to talk with them about, meeting one of their success stories as well in our 9 o'clock hour. But right now, it is time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning.
It's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
In the overnight, an agreement between BPL and Bahamas Grid Company for the transformation of the transmission and distribution system in New Providence is in the closing stages. That's according to BPL CEO Tony Seymour. Plans for the voluntary secondment of BPL employees to Bahamas Grid for 1 year is still being finalized. Seymour's comments coming while a guest on Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller on ILTV. Minister of Energy and Transport JoBeth Colby-Davis also appeared on the show to discuss changes at BPL and the government's plans for energy reform. So as far as the staff being seconded over to Bahamas Grid, we're told that that's still being worked out. Last year, though, Colby-Davis said the government planned to enter into that 25-year contract with Pike Corporation through its Bahamian management company, Island Grid Solutions, for the upgrade and management of the T&D network. Under a joint venture partnership, the government will own 40% of the shares in Bahamas Grid Company, a special purpose vehicle, and Island Grid Solutions will own 60%. Colby-Davis previously said the voluntary secondment of BPL employees to Bahamas Grid will start early this year in a phased approach. After a 1-year secondment, the workers will have the opportunity to stay with Bahamas Grid or return to BPL. Well, after criticism from many people online that a video of her showcasing her expensive clothing and Rolex watch was tone deaf, Minister of Transport and Energy JoBeth Colby-Davis apologizing for the way it came across. However, Colby-Davis suggested the tone of the video was misconstrued, adding that the clip was recorded by a young relative during a family gathering over the Christmas holidays, and she never expected it to go public. Colby-Davis giving the apology during that appearance on ILTV. Director of the National HIV/AIDS and Infectious Disease Program with the Ministry of Health, Dr. Nakia Forbes, says that the U.S. suspension of foreign aid programs for HIV relief is not expected to directly impact the fight against HIV here in the Bahamas. Forbes saying that the government of the Bahamas fully funds its own HIV response, saying, quote, it's 100% funded through domestic resources. In the week since his inauguration, U.S. President Donald Trump signed a series of executive orders, one of which suspended aid to foreign countries and implementing non-governmental organizations, international organizations, and contractors, while a review was conducted to ensure that they align with American interests and values. Trump's emergency plan for AIDS relief, a health program started under George W. Bush with the goal of providing global assistance to fight AIDS, falls into the foreign aid category. But Forbes says that the Bahamas has a cooperative agreement with PEPFAR, that's the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, but transitioned away from it back in 2018. A registered sex offender has been arrested again on indecent assault charges. Prolific offender Sidney Cooper was arraigned Tuesday on allegations that he inappropriately touched a 68-year-old woman on January 25th. The incident allegedly took place in a store on Crooked Island Street, not far from Cooper's address in Coconut Grove. Cooper pleaded not guilty to the charge at his arraignment before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vogt Evans. The prosecutor objected to his release. He was denied bail, and his trial is scheduled for February 3rd. Officials notified the public of Cooper's release in August 2023 after deeming him a danger to the public. He was back in jail in December 2023 after he allegedly exposed himself to a woman through a fence. Since 2000, Cooper has repeatedly reoffended, even while in custody. In 2019, he groped a prosecutor as he was about to be sentenced for the indecent assault of a teenage girl in the downtown area. And a jury acquitting a man of murder by a count of 6-3 following a trial before Justice Gregory Hilton. Prosecutors allege that Claude Tassi shot Pedro Moss in the head while at Potters Key Dock in January 2015. Moss was at the dock with friends when a man tapped him on the shoulder and told him that someone was calling him. When Moss turned around, he was shot in the head. Prosecutors allege that Tassi was the gunman and that they relied on the fact that he was picked out twice in separate identification parades by two witnesses. Despite identifying Tassi on the lineup, one of the witnesses said he didn't see the shooter in court. The prosecutor said that Tassi's appearance had changed over the years. Overseas, hours after a massive rush of Hindu pilgrims set off a stampede at the Mahakumbh festival in northern India early today, authorities yet to release casualty figures, even as the Prime Minister acknowledged the loss of lives, and local media reports say 10 people had died. The stampede happened when pilgrims rushed to a sacred river trying to jump barricades erected for a procession of holy men. The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, saying the incident was extremely sad and extended his condolences to victims. Most local news websites said at least 10 people were killed, with one newspaper putting the death toll at 20. The junta-led West African nations of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have formally withdrawn from the regional bloc known as ECOWAS. It's the culmination of a year-long process during which the group tried to avert an unprecedented disintegration. The withdrawal of the three countries, first announced a year ago, becoming effective today. ECOWAS saying that it has also decided to keep ECOWAS's doors open, requesting member nations to continue to accord the trio of nations membership privileges, including free movement within the region with an ECOWAS passport. Widely seen as West Africa's top political and regional authority, the 15-nation bloc was formed in 1975 to promote economic integration in member states. It struggled in recent years to reverse rampant coups where citizens have complained of not benefiting from rich natural resources. Meanwhile, Rwanda-backed rebels capturing large parts of Goma, the biggest city in eastern Congo, including the airport, as Rwanda's president today joined calls for a ceasefire in the decades-long conflict amid mounting international pressure. Much of Goma was calm after a day during which thousands of fleeing people hunkered down by roadsides as missiles flew ahead and overhead, and injured people streamed to overwhelmed hospitals. While government forces still control pockets of Goma, residents who spoke to the Associated Press saying that the M23 rebel group was in control of much of the city. In sports, the 2024-2025 GSSA basketball season is underway, featuring thrilling matchups each day at the D.W. Davis and C.I. Gibson gyms. In the junior girls division at D.W. Davis, the A.F. Adderley Tigers went head-to-head with the T.A. Thompson Scorpions. Scorpions narrowly defeating the Tigers, clinching a 12-10 victory in a defensive battle. The Tigers returning to the favorite in the junior boys division. In the junior girls matchup, both teams showing their competitive edge there. The Tigers junior boys overpowered the Scorpions with a 44-23 win. More scores and highlights in today's Guardian Sports section. Back down in the NBA G League, Bahamian professional basketball player Kai Jones continues to show potential. Jones delivering a standout performance for the San Diego Clippers in their matchup against the Oklahoma City Blues in Oklahoma on Monday. In a close contest, Jones tallied a career-high 25 points and 13 rebounds. In his last 5 games in the NBA, Jones averaged just 2 points and 0.8 rebounds in limited minutes. However, once he gets an opportunity to play in the G League, he is showing what he can do. More on that in today's Guardian Sports section. From the WNBA, Brittany Griner plans to sign with the Atlanta Dream, marking an end to her 11-year career with the Phoenix Mercury. Griner announcing the move in a video posted on Instagram on Tuesday night. Her agent confirming this to the Associated Press. Griner set to sign a 1-year deal with Atlanta. WNBA free agents can't sign contracts until February 1st. The 6'9" Griner had spent her entire career with Phoenix, once getting drafted at number 1 in 2013. Now 34, she decided this offseason to test free agency for the first time. Griner is signing for only 1 year because a new collective bargaining agreement featuring potentially massive salary increases is expected to take effect in 2026. You'll recall Griner missed the 2022 season when she was detained for nearly 10 months in Russia after authorities said a search of her luggage revealed vape cartridges containing oil derived from cannabis. She was freed in a prisoner swap when the United States released notorious Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. In your weather for today, we've got a weak surface trough that continues to linger near the southeastern islands while slowly dissipating. A stationary frontal boundary hovers just north of the northern islands. Mild and stable weather will cover the archipelago through Thursday. A second frontal boundary is expected to merge with the stationary front and move into the northern islands by Thursday, then stall and weaken over the central islands by Friday. Strong high pressure will build behind that front Friday, generating fresh to strong breezes while falling to light variable breezes over the northern and central islands through Saturday. So, motorists and pedestrians should be alert for reduced visibility during early morning hours. There could be some mist and patches of ground fog over the next couple of days in the northern and northwest Bahamas. And there remains a rip current risk along Atlantic-exposed beaches of the central and southeast Bahamas. Beachgoers and swimmers are advised to exercise caution when getting into the waters in these areas. For today, your forecast for most of the country, we're looking at partly sunny and mild conditions, occasional cloudy periods for the northern and northwest Bahamas, turning fair and cool for the northern and northwest Bahamas, fair and mild for the rest of the country tonight. Only about a 10% chance of showers. Winds light and variable, occasionally northwest to north at less than 10 knots for the northern and northwestern islands. Northeast at 10 to 15 knots for the central and southeast Bahamas. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs in the upper 70s, even the low 80s for the central and southeast Bahamas. That's around 25 to 27 Celsius. Look for overnight lows tonight in the low 60s for the central and southeast Bahamas, the upper 50s for the northern and northwest Bahamas tonight. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way.
It's time for a break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
The Water and Sewage Corporation is rolling out new digital meters designed to give you more accurate readings. With advanced technology, you'll be able to monitor your water usage in real time, get more accurate bills and early leak detection to avoid costly surprises. Better service starts now. Watch for our installation team in your neighborhood and get ready to experience the convenience of digital meters. Follow us on our social media platforms for more information. Digital meters from the Water and Sewage Corporation. Innovative, convenient, and designed for you.
Now let me see now. 326 EPIC. Hello. This Epic battery. This Miss Beulah from round the corner. I hear you're selling tires now on Wolf Road too.
Praise the Lord. It's about time. I live Fox Hill and Fire Trail. It's too far.
That ain't all. They open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sunday and holiday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
My brother Sam, he's a hacker, and he could go right there and get fixed up.
Call us at 326 EPIC. We ship also to the Family Island.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
Do you have uncontrollable debt? Are you ready to make that move to Fidelity for a stress-free future? These loans have a built-in savings plan that pays you unbeatable interest. Ask about our debt consolidation loans today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that the old way. Wake up.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow, Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Chester Robards will be joining us. Also, this morning, we've got a lot to talk about. In business, we're going to be talking with the Small Business Development Center, our monthly series with them, talking about all the new things they have planned for 2025 and meeting one of their clients as well. That's coming up. Before we get to that, though, a lot to talk about right now in the news. And in the news, still no answers on the deal with BPL, exactly what's happening. We're being told it's in the closing stages, and they're still working out the staff transfer issue. We'll get to that in just a second. JoBeth Colby-Davis responding to criticism of that video that leaked of her displaying her Christmas gifts. We'll get to that in a moment as well. Yesterday, we didn't have enough time to get to concerns about the immigration situation in the U.S. and what Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell had to say about it. So we're going to try to get to that today. But also, a couple of you called in yesterday about that ridiculous rumor about planes coming in with a bunch of people leaving the U.S., basically suggesting they were secreted into the country. And they're like, how was that organized without people knowing? Just didn't sound sensible. But it sounds like depending on who it is talking nonsense, you'll believe that. I don't know if it's distrust in the government or anything that sounds insane. Many of you will just automatically believe. But anyway, Bahamas issued a statement. But I see comments online, people saying they don't trust the statement either. But that's really, I think that's a you problem more than something to do with the country. But anyway, Bahamas Air refuting false claims regarding recent flights. So Bahamas Air, this is a statement from yesterday, Bahamas Air strongly refutes the false and misleading claims circulating regarding recent flights into Lynden Pindling International Airport. The allegations suggesting that two flights secretly transported approximately 374 immigrants alongside Bahamian citizens from the United States are extremely inaccurate and lack any factual basis. As the national flag carrier of the Bahamas, Bahamas Air operates in full compliance with all government regulations and international aviation protocols, because it ain't just a jitney that could just fly people out and in at any drop of any whatever, right? So come on now. For the love of God, be sensible, people. Be sensible. Chester Robards, good morning.
Good morning.
Anyway, let me continue the statement. No such flights were conducted as described, nor were there any covert activity involving foreign nationals. All Bahamas Air flights are transparently logged and adhere to strict operational standards. This ensures accountability to both the public and the government. We acknowledge the importance of accurate information and assure the public that Bahamas Air continues to prioritize the needs and interests of Bahamian citizens and the wider public. Claims implying misuse of taxpayer dollars or involvement in reparations. Is that supposed to be repatriations? Well, I'm sure they're not involved in reparations either. Is it reparations? What does it say?
Reparations?
It says reparations, but maybe it means repatriations. Anyway, are false. We encourage members of the public to verify information through credible sources before sharing unsubstantiated allegations. So generally, it seems, if the word Bahamas is in your news source, don't believe it.
Okay.
Right? I don't know what that's
what it
about.
is.
Right? Times, Press, Bye-Bye, News, any of them.
Any of them.
Any of them. Any of them. If Bahamas is in the name, don't believe the news source. Maybe that's why they don't believe Bahamas Air statement. Anyway, Bahamas Air remains committed to serving as a national flag carrier with integrity. We welcome any inquiries or concerns.
What do they mean they remain committed to serving as a national flag carrier? They have a choice?
Anyway.
Okay.
I saw some people's, they're like, should we believe them with all the money they lose every year and all this? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. There's some messages. Dwight, I'm sorry, but they're being disingenuous. We normally see people come and grow in droves every Tuesday and Thursday, but yesterday was a lot more. I guess that was not yesterday. Monday was a lot more than usual because after several people who went down mentioned it, some of us went to the windows and there were a lot. We were shocked at how many.
How many what?
Maybe the place is just popular. It's a great destination. There's a lot going on. There are a lot of events and things we don't know. Right?
How many what?
Flights. People were coming in.
On Bahamas Air.
In the studio.
On Bahamas Air, in particular.
What's going on? They just lie too much. Which ones? Some messages. We are a facade, a farce, a mirage of a nation or country. The only majority we have in this country is when it comes to voting and poverty. Okay. The Bahamas Air drama was first shared by PLP fanatics seeking to damage the DPM's image in the internal PLP battle, then picked up and shared by fanatics of some other groups. Okay. Well, all that's going to happen here is the country's reputation is going to be destroyed if we keep this up, trying to get political mileage or leverage over people. That's all that's going to happen.
What's new?
Anyway, so that's that. I'm sure some won't believe it, but I mean, again, how was that organized? How do you get all the people together? How really, what do you do, a bat signal? How do you let people know where to go? Just think about it, the logistics of it, unless you're saying these are the most organized people with sensors in their brains that can communicate through telepathy or something, and like everybody get to the point. Get to the loading area and relieve it at midnight. How do you organize it without anyone knowing? Just think about it.
Go scream, get to the chopper.
Anyway, but we're being naive. I bet.
I'm confused. I don't know if I am.
Did you listen?
Up to date.
I know you don't sleep.
This.
You sleep in late when you're not on the show. But did you hear the calls yesterday? People were asking about.
I heard one call.
Yeah.
As I was dropping my kid to school.
And then.
Yeah. Who were they saying came in, though?
Bunch of people who we should be afraid of. Mm-hmm.
Is it because they're all black?
But people who are so afraid that they're going to get deported from the U.S. and they're like, let's get on the first thing smoking.
Oh, it's them.
To get out, get back to the Bahamas, whether it's home or not.
So the suggestion then is that ICE filled up a flight of people.
I don't know if it's ICE, but the people,
whomever,
but the people did it. Bahamas Air was a part of it.
They had this WhatsApp chat group, like you said.
They
all said, "Let's go now."
Yeah,
to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Did they have luggage?
I mean, the U.S. is a big country. You can hide, but anyway, the people are like, okay, finally. So all the governments before, including Trump's previous government, that they just... Oh, anyway, let's not even waste more time on it. But this is the paranoia that we're going to be seeing for a while now. Yeah. Want to quickly mention this before we get to the other big news. Registered sex offender arrested for indecent assault. This is the infamous groper. Artesia Davis writing about it. A registered sex offender has been arrested again on indecent assault charges. Prolific offender Sidney Cooper was arraigned Tuesday on allegations that he inappropriately touched a 68-year-old woman on January 25th.
The Sidney Cooper?
the one that's always doing foolishness.
The one who almost get beat up in front of us?
Mm-hmm. Right. Again. The indecent assault allegedly took place in a store on Crooked Island Street, not far from Cooper's address in Coconut Grove. Cooper pleaded not guilty to the charge at his arraignment before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vogt Evans. The prosecutor objected to his release. He was denied bail, and his trial is set for February 3rd. Officials notified the public of Cooper's release back in August 2023. You remember this? After deeming him a danger to the public, he was back in jail in December of that year, 2023, after he allegedly exposed himself to a woman through a fence. Since 2000, Cooper has repeatedly reoffended, even while in custody, Chester.
Yes.
In 2019,
I recall the custody.
He groped a prosecutor as he was about to be sentenced for the indecent assault of a teenage girl in the downtown area.
Hey, he told everybody, though, something wrong with him. Like, he said it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can't help myself.
So who has the bigger problem, him or us? Because how is this allowed to
Well, I don't know what you do with somebody who says they have a problem and they can't help themselves, but the crime doesn't allow you to keep them somewhere for a very long time. Cut off their hands?
I could tell you what to do. I can't tell you on air, though. But hey,
Chemical?
Wow. I'll tell you during the break.
Okay.
Wow. All right, so the big headline in the papers today, BPL deal in closing stages. We've heard this many, 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 many times before.
I don't understand what they mean. What deal?
The issue, Pike and Island Grid, Bahamas Grid, all of that isn't finalized yet, even though
you
Pike
mean
is...
You mean the deal that raised a bunch of money, the deal that sees big Pike trucks all over the town?
All over the place. Pike workers up on the poles doing stuff. Yeah, that deal.
They're working on
They're working on a promise. Plus, they're up there. I guess the views are nice, maybe. Get to see the island.
That's how you get catch having to pay $1 million.
This is going to be a lot more than that. So, again, what are they working on? Is it air? The love of electricity. They're working on light.
Yeah.
And the promise of light.
They had nothing else going on in the U.S. They're like, yeah, we could spare a couple of months.
And it's a beautiful island.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, an agreement between Bahamas Power and Light and Bahamas Grid Company for the transformation of the transmission and distribution system in New Providence is in the closing stages, according to BPL CEO Tony Seymour. Plans for the voluntary secondment of BPL employees to Bahamas Grid for 1 year are still being finalized. Comments coming while Seymour and Minister JoBeth Colby-Davis were on Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller on the ILTV. JoBeth Colby-Davis discussed the changes at BPL and the government's plans for energy reform. Seymour, in response to a question from the host, said, quote, the finalized agreement between Bahamas Grid Company and BPL, that's still in the closing stages, so that agreement has not been executed as yet.
They straight, though.
So maybe they have a different deal to do the work that they were doing, but do we know the details?
They are a private company.
Yeah. Do you know the details
and they
of that
already
one?
And they already have their money.
Do you know the details of that
I don't
deal?
know the details of
Are you?
whatever
Do
that
you not
is.
want to know the details
I
of
do
that
want
one?
to know the details of
Wouldn't
that
it be curious to see what that's all about? I mean, it is our money, right?
No. What money?
Oh.
The deal with BPL is our money.
But I mean, the deal to have the Pike trucks all over the place and the people working on the poles,
They
what's
get
that?
That was a private placement for a private company. They didn't get their own money.
So, I mean, but who's paying them?
Whatever money they raised, I imagine.
So that's not public.
Well, they're going to eventually get paid by the public.
That's what's our money.
Eventually.
Exactly.
Right now, it ain't our money right now.
Well, we're gonna
Just now.
We're gonna get the bill.
Eventually, I guess.
Okay, so it's our money.
It ain't our money yet. Ain't no deal.
Okay. Well, somebody's getting paid. I mean,
They get
eventually.
But like you say, they rate. It's like a lot of deals that happen around here, right? They come here, they sign an agreement or like a heads of agreement or a promise or something, and then they go out into the market to banks and stuff, and so they say, "Look, the Bahamas government say we could do this.
Yeah.
Now can we have the money? Because there wasn't no money before."
Seymour went on to say, quote, as far as the staff being seconded over to BGC, those agreements are still being discussed and finalized. Now, last year, we heard all this stuff. Colby Davis said the government had planned to enter a 25-year contract with Pike Corporation through its Bahamian management company, Island Grid Solutions, for the upgrade and management of the T&D network. Under the joint venture partnership, the government will own 40% of the shares in Bahamas Grid Company, BGC, a special purpose vehicle, and Island Grid Solutions would own 60%. Colby Davis previously said the voluntary secondment of BPL employees to Bahamas Grid will start early this year, 2025, a month in now, but yet nothing yet. After the one-year secondment, the workers will have the opportunity to stay with Bahamas Grid or return to BPL. That's what she previously said. Last week, president of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Management Union, Chris Hanna, said BPL employees are still in the dark regarding when that process will begin. Colby Davis was asked about the union's fears. She said she recently met with the T&D workers who will be immediately affected by this common process to hear their concerns. She said she let them know that the secondment will be an opportunity for them to expand their knowledge, skill development, and have more training opportunities. Colby Davis said, quote, the concern was how would the secondment work? So we were able to explain and break down that secondment doesn't disenfranchise anyone at present. What they're seeing now in terms of their benefits and the relationship that exists at BPL, they would still have that under the secondment period. It would be an opportunity for them to work fully in the new project. Okay. So we're in the same place we were in November. Well, the public at least, not knowing much, with lots and lots of questions. Let's talk about it, folks. Let's get your reaction to this. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Man.
I know Pike got a lot of cool things, so they always got like orange stuff on the lines when they work in. I ain't never see BPL with orange stuff.
What's the stuff? Like birds or something? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
It's like they wrap the lines with like orange stuff. And it's really cool looking.
Okay. So you feel good about it?
Sure.
Well, see, the standards are so low, anything will impress us.
Anything.
This texture says, I heard the people who were deported came on Bahamas Air from a third-party leader who... Okay, no, they got...
What is the third-party leader?
I don't know what it means. Yeah, but they said the name rhymes with...
what does it rhyme with?
I don't want to read it. Dwight, that text was almost correct. By forgetting the majority, we are leading in that portfolio for sure, and it is overt. That's a puzzle text
cryptic.
there. I don't know what's happening there.
What?
I don't know if they meant over, but it says overt. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to understand your text. If you could break it down into English for me, it'd be great.
What does it rhyme with, though?
Dwight and Chester, wouldn't it have been more palatable if the Minister of Aviation, Foreign Affairs, and the Prime Minister issued a joint statement? Bahamas Air does liaise with other countries' policy choices.
Bahamas Air?
I'm going to try to see if I can get a pain reliever to sponsor this show. Maybe. I think it'll be good. I have it around the table. And just have the bottles here on the table. Maybe an ibuprofen, maybe acetaminophen, maybe one of the ones that have the two of them. I think I might need the dual action. What about the older pain relievers? No, I don't deal with them. But dual action formulas, I think it'll be good. In fact, we can have a break, like in the middle. It's time for pain reliever break. Brought to you by... It's either that or alcohol. Which one are we going to do? Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning, Chester. Good morning, Bahamas.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, Dwight, with all the headlines you read this morning, I would just like to speak to two. The other ones, I guess, if I comment, it could be leaning towards people getting poisoned. But two issues, the immigration issue and the repeated sex offender. we all know, I'll touch the one with the Cooper gentleman. We all know that these type of characters, there's no cure for them, according to the research. Pedophilia, these type of rapists, there's basically no cure for them. And confinement or incarceration could be the best remedy to deal with them. Now, this gentleman is a repeat offender. What is the reason to have our laws so lenient to get these individuals back onto the streets? When we can see how developed countries who understand what's going on with these type of characters in terms of the research, they give them long time imprisonment, 50 years, 60 years, keep them away from our society because they know the likelihood of them reoffending is great than, or much greater than them not offending.
Yeah. Perhaps he should be in an institution. Maybe. What do you think? Maybe he should be at a mental institution.
At a mental institution?
Would that be better? Or you think he should be in prison? You think prison? Yeah.
I mean,
but something has to happen.
Dwight, at the victim. The victim should also get some sort of relief in terms of them being rehabilitated. Because if the victim see individuals being placed right back out onto the street, especially in this 21 by 7 island, when you could basically, the likelihood of you running into them again. That too. What if the victim have a mental situation and they see that person?
Well, you can tell that we aren't serious as a country when it comes to justice and laws. If you're going to assault a prosecutor in court, I mean, this is insanity. For this man to be out, it doesn't make any sense.
Right. If this type of case comes before you as a prosecutor, I know you're going to do the right thing to make sure that you protect all and sundry. But that's another slack way of putting the general public life at risk.
Yeah.
Enough on that. We could agree on that. But the immigration issue, can we agree that based on reports over the years that we have been slack when it comes to immigration, and perhaps we could do perhaps much more to make sure that these type of things that we've been hearing concerning immigration are dealt with? But we failed in that department too. Now you have Donald Trump. We keep ignoring basically what he ran on and what was his number one issue, which, while speaking to it, almost cost him his life had he not been looking at that immigration chart. Overwhelmingly, 70% of Americans supported his position as it relates to immigration. He is taking steps, and then he campaigned on it, making America great again. He believed that America should be for Americans first, which any responsible leader should do, protecting their citizens first. These immigration issues that this executive order that Donald Trump is now implementing, he saw the statistics are there in terms of how many immigrants, be they legal or illegal, committed serious crimes, not only in their country, while being in the United States of America. We know this. Many people were raped, killed, or murdered, brutalized children. The Lincoln Riley bill was the first bill that they brought to Congress to address the issue of how they allow immigrants to come into their country. The United States are one of the best in terms of, and it's it is very transparent in terms of the requirements to become to enter the U.S., whether you're coming there as a tourist, whether you're coming there as an immigrant, however the case may be. You can go on their website and you can see it. It's clear.
All right.
Now, my point is,
Running out of time, really quickly.
the impact that it's going to have on the Bahamas, and I'm not an alarmist, we are not really addressing, the Foreign Affairs Minister isn't addressing, he's talking about some other thing. You believe all of those persons over the years who would have acquired Bahamian passports, you really believe that all of them are there legally and doing what they're supposed to do? Of course, some of them are going to get caught up in this ICE deportation situation. The question we need to be asking ourselves and the discussion we need to be having is now, how can we strengthen our immigration laws as relates to giving out citizenships like candy, and whether we're giving them to the right people, and we're not just doing it for political expedience. We're saying that we're all too young to see Sir Lyndon Pinland. I didn't know I was a child when Sir Lyndon Pinland. I became a man once in 87 when I voted for the first time. But I voted for other prime ministers over the years. And we see how they behave around election time. They go into these communities, they carry their translators, and that's the only language we be hearing around election time, where they're speaking and they have their translators translating our local language into their language so they can understand. We know what the law states. You must be able to speak English. So that too should have raised some questions and been put to them, from you journalists. But we allow these things to continue to happen. Now we need to be dealing. I think our government now.
Okay, we got to run out of time. We got to go.
But our government now needs to be doing what Donald Trump is doing in terms of critiquing the way we issue Bahamian documents to persons for the first time.
Yeah. I know you know that is happening, but there are some rules. There's some issues in our Constitution that might need to be addressed, and this is what we need to have the conversation about, whether that needs to change. Let's take this call really quickly. We got to go to a break. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
To you too. C. Alan Johnson. I'll be quick, fast, in a hurry. Hey, Dwight. The BPL deal. First, let me ask you: is it a double-minded person, or that's double talk? Okay, the Bible spoke about a double-minded person. It's double talk I'm talking about. I
think we got them all here.
Huh?
We got them all here.
Yeah, so the minister is negotiating for going into 2 years on a 25-year contract. And the company is here doing what is yet to be negotiated. The workers will be seconded for 1 year, but the company will have a 25-year management contract. So the workers will then come back to BPL to do what? And then who will replace those workers with Pike? And so the question becomes like, there has to be some agreement. I remember the same minister said they would provide the evidence after some convention, and it hasn't been done. And so the question is that what is so secret about the most important aspect? Energy and data is the driver of the 21st century. It's the most integral part of this whole fight concerning cost of living, because it's integrated in every aspect of the cost of living. I think this government is joking in respect to that. But when you talk about the acceptance that Cleaver just spoke about of data and science, this is something we are averse to. Because even technology, if we embrace technology, Dwight, very simply, we could stop most people from being illegally employed in the Bahamas, because technology will boot them out.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Let's get to these messages as we go to the break. Some of you are taking a little long today. This person says here, listen to this, Chester, the text says, I love that you guys and everyone commented on the serial groper, but can't open your mouths when it comes to the 20-year-old woman who performed oral sex on that infant a few years ago. Texter, you're a very silly person. I've got to say, I hope you heard me very carefully. Everybody condemned that. If you missed it, that's on you. And she's been charged, and hopefully she will be dealt with in the ways that she needs to be dealt with. But so stop it. Stop what you're doing. I don't know what your problem is. You've got to get help. You need as much help as this groper guy. Because we see you. It's the same texter who's always tweeting these weird text messages about women. I don't know what happened to you, but I want you to get help. This person says here, Dwight Pike got $80 million. I don't know what business deal transfers $80 million to a vendor before the deal is finalized and nobody in government can speak clearly to the scope of the work. A crazy man always calls and says our crime problem is because of the breakdown of the family structure. Oh boy. But we have a known repeat sex offender free as a bird who has been arrested and charged multiple times. Our problem isn't family structure, but a lack of consequences for criminal actions. Guess what? It's all of it. It's all of it. It's all of it. Everything. All of it's contributing to where we are. This person says here, since our court system loves to let out sex offenders, they should be chemically castrated and put on a permanent ankle monitor. Wow. Oh, boy. This feels like power secure all over again, as the person says here. My goodness. Okay. We're going to take a break and be back. We got a whole lot more to talk about Colby Davis and that Rolex Christmas gift thing and a whole lot more. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
RBC. Life is full of twists, turns, and defining moments that create your own unique story. However your story unfolds, we're here to help guide you through it. From every big decision to every new adventure, RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you.
Get your first look at traffic in, brought to you by RBC. Find your loan solution with RBC. A reminder of the paving work going on in Cowpen Road. This is west of Blue Hill Road. Keep that in mind. Most of that work takes place between 9:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. So you might want to avoid the area during that time or follow the posted signs. In your real-time traffic right now, we've got a lot of issues, a lot to talk about as usual. Mount Butler Highway, heavy traffic. Well south of the Fire Trail roundabout if you're heading northbound all the way up to Tonic William Starling Highway. Traffic backed up along Fire Trail, especially eastbound at this hour. Near Faith Avenue and westbound on Fire Trail, also busy for you right now. Your alternate route, Gladstone Road, also seeing some slow-moving northbound traffic straight up to John F. Kennedy Drive. Over on Blue Hill Road, we've got a lot of issues near St. Vincent Road and especially near Carmichael and north of that area on the way to Independence Drive. Eastbound on Carmichael backed up as well. Then we've got westbound on Carmichael all the way out to Coral Harbor Road, slow-moving westbound traffic there. Eastern Road, as usual, from San Souci to Johnson Road, you're not going to be moving much westbound. Bernard Road, near the school, St. Augustine's, L.W. Young and Kingsway, you're going to be seeing slow-moving traffic, mainly westbound there. Prince Charles Drive also bumper-to-bumper traffic from Beatrice Avenue straight through to Robinson Road up to Marathon East-West Highway. Marathon Road seeing slow-moving traffic northbound at this hour as well. That's what we're looking at in your real-time traffic. That's your Morning Blend Traffic Alert brought to you by RBC. Start a conversation at rbc.com/loan/all of you. We'll be back with more Morning Blend after these messages and the news here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Here's a price list of some of the roofing material we carry at Pinder Enterprises. 5/8 pressure-treated roofing ply starting at $36.68. Gray Select Water Shield, $134.20 a roll. Felt, 15 pounds, $16.50. 30 pound, $19.80. Owens, Corning Duration Shingles, and CertainTeed Landmark Shingles, $56.56 a bundle. Gallon of roof cement, $33.47. All sizes treated dimensional lumber. And of course, we have all nails and all screws. We have 5/8 sheetrock, $28.76. Half-inch sheetrock, $22.18. All prices include VAT.
Are you craving that fresh, famous food, but don't want to break the bank? Wendy's has got you covered. You can now enjoy the $5 Dave's deal at all participating Wendy's locations. Enjoy a Dave's single, a classic, or spicy chicken sandwich made with fresh ingredients for just $5. So don't compromise on flavor just because you're on a budget. Wendy's always offers fresh, famous food at a great price. Certain conditions apply.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Marcia, are you scrapbooking?
No, Dad. It's a vision board for my dream home.
Take a look at CIBC Caribbean's Realtors Hub. You can get pre-qualified for your mortgage, connect with the best realtors, and get up to 95% financing with up to 35 years to repay.
Really? Wow. It's perfect for a first-time home owner like me.
Honey, it's even good for old-timers like me.
Visit CIBCFCIB.com/Realtors Hub to get started today.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, buddy. The Tourism Development Corporation helps to develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do?
What does do?
Check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. And now at 8:22, it's time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Here's what's going on. We've got a weak surface trough that continues to linger near the southeastern Bahamas while slowly dissipating. The stationary frontal boundary hovers just north of the northern Bahamas. Mild and stable weather will continue over the country through Thursday. Then a second frontal boundary is expected to merge with the stationary front and move into the northern islands by Thursday, then stall and weaken over the central islands on Friday. Strong high pressure will build behind the front on Friday. That's going to generate some fresh to strong breezes before falling to light and gentle over the northern and central islands on Saturday. Motorists and pedestrians should be alert of reduced visibility during early morning hours over the next few days, as there could be early morning mist and patches of ground fog throughout the northern and northwest Bahamas. And there remains a risk of rip currents along Atlantic-exposed beaches in the central and southeast Bahamas. For today, for the northern and northwest Bahamas, actually for most of the country, we're looking at partly sunny conditions, occasional cloudy periods, turning fair and cool for the northern and northwest Bahamas, fair and mild for the central and southeastern islands tonight. High temperatures in the upper 80s, low 80s for most areas today, around 24, 25 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight for most of the country in the low 60s, around 63, 64, so about 16, 17 Celsius. In the mid to upper 50s for the extreme northern Bahamas, so about 13, 14 Celsius. In your extended outlook for Thursday, tomorrow, partly sunny with cloudy periods in the southeast Bahamas. Partly sunny and a bit breezy by Friday. A mix of sun and clouds for Saturday, and partly sunny for Sunday. That's your morning blend weather check, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints got you covered for all your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in-store today. And time for another check of your traffic for the morning, brought to you by RBC. Find your loan solution with RBC. Still heavy traffic for you on Mila Butler Highway. That's from well south of the Fire Trail roundabout straight through to Tonic Williams-Darling Highway. In the northbound lanes there, you're going to see that heavy traffic. And that's going to pick up for you as you get closer to Sports Center Road. And especially as you get near the six-legged roundabout. Heavy traffic in multiple directions there. Northbound, eastbound on John F. Kennedy Drive, southbound on New Providence Highway, and even southwestbound on Farrington Road. Over on Gladstone Road, still busy for you, north of Fire Trail, straight through to John F. Kennedy Drive and Bahamar Boulevard, the roundabout there. West Bay Street, Saunders Beach area, we're seeing some slow-moving eastbound traffic towards the New Providence Highway roundabout. And West Bay, as you head into downtown, just east of Arawak Key, you'll see that slow-moving eastbound traffic near Nassau Street, east and west of Nassau Street. That area looking not pleasant for you. Just east of Nassau Street on West Bay Street, both directions at this hour. Downtown looking busy for you as well. Bay Street near Market Street, straight up to East Street. Slow-moving traffic there. And Shirley Street as well. In the downtown area near Parliament and East Street, you're going to be seeing some slow-moving traffic. In Eastern New Providence, you got heavy traffic on Eastern Road as usual, and Prince Charles Drive into Robinson Road. The typical heavy westbound traffic at this hour. Blue Hill Road, multiple issues for you near St. Vincent, near Carmichael, and north of Soldier Road on the way to Independence Drive. Independence Drive, heavy traffic both directions, east and westbound. Good luck to you this morning. That's your Morning Blend Traffic, brought to you by RBC. Start a conversation at rbc.com/loan/all of you.
Doctors Hospital Specialist Clinic is where trusted and best care meets consistency and dedication. Let our expert specialists take you on a healthcare journey where warmth, compassion, and your well-being come first. From diagnosis to prescription, we are with you every step of the way, ensuring your peace of mind. Visit us today at Centerville Medical Center, Collins Avenue and 6th Terrace, and discover quality, compassionate healthcare at Doctors Hospital Specialist Clinic.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
Don't shop at Sherwin-Williams then. Don't get the best service in the Bahamas then.
The love is really, really strong in Sherwin-Williams. We don't just sell paint. We service you with a smile, good hearts, mind, soul, and body. And we love our customers as much as we love ourselves. Yes, real talk. I'm not just saying this to impress myself. We love to go beyond with customer service. So they feel delighted to come in Sherwin-Williams because they know I can either see Dee Dee, or I can see Shelly, or one of our other wonderful staff members. We treat our customers with the respect of our boss because there are many paint companies they could choose to go to. No, baby. If they go to some other paint companies, so I got this little thing at the end of the week.
We want to make sure you get that little ting, Shelley. Come visit Shelley and Dee Dee at Sherwin-Williams Bahamas, and you'll surely find color in every day.
On Saturday, February 22nd, 2025 at 7 p.m., the Bahamar Convention Center will set the stage for an unforgettable celebration of 25 years of giving back and supporting healthcare education in the Bahamas. Experience a night of excitement with exquisite fine dining, captivating live entertainment, and an inspiring atmosphere as we come together to celebrate and shape a brighter, healthier future. Tickets are available now. Reserve your spot today by emailing dhfoundation@doctorshosp.com or calling 242-302-4640. Sponsorship opportunities are also available to show your support for this important cause. The Doctors Hospital Maya Rassin Foundation. 25 years of transforming healthcare and building a legacy. Don't miss this special celebration.
Are you ready to elevate your day with a burst of flavor? Look no further than Dunkin', your ultimate destination for everything delicious. From our freshly brewed coffee that is sure to pick you up, to our signature frozen beverages that will cool you down. And don't forget our mouth-watering sandwiches, made to order all day. Dunkin' has it all. And of course, our lineup of fresh donuts, muffins, and more. Dive into a world of yummy flavors at Dunkin' and bring joy to your day. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Now let me see now. 326 EPIC. Hello? This Epic battery. This Miss Beulah from round the corner. I hear you're selling tires now on Wolf Road too.
Praise the Lord. It's about time. I live Fox Hill and Fire Trail. It's too far.
That ain't all. They open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sunday and holiday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
My brother Sam, he's a hacker, and he could go right there and get fixed up.
Call us at 326 EPIC. We ship also to the Family Island.
RBC. Life is full of twists, turns, and defining moments that create your own unique story. However your story unfolds, we're here to help guide you through it. From every big decision to every new adventure, RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. Boom, 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 boom.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue.
Or a Rolex.
I'll wait up for you, dear.
Anything. No? Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong, Chester Robards. All right, so we're talking about what's in the news, and Jo Beth Colby Davis finally responding to people's questions, concerns about that Christmas video where she was flaunting her gifts, her Christmas haul. This is an interesting story in today's National Guardian by our Tanika Thompson. So after criticism from some people online that a video of her showing off expensive clothing and a Rolex watch was tone deaf, Minister of Transport and Energy, JoBeth Colby Davis, apologized for the way it came across. However, Colby Davis suggested the tone of the video was misconstrued, adding that the clip was recorded by a young relative during a family gathering over the Christmas holiday, but she never expected for it to be made public.
End of story. Next story.
No, they not the end of the story. Colby Davis gave the apology during an appearance on Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller on Monday night. Right? In the video, Colby Davis playfully detailed her outfit and accessories, which featured several high-priced brands, including, is this called UGG? That's what UGG boots? Or is it Louis Vuitton earrings, glasses from Tiffany & Co., a Rolex watch, and a Cartier bracelet. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right.
Is it Cartier?
Mm-hmm. What did I say?
It's Cartier.
Okay, sure. Colby Davis said she was unaware that her niece posted the video to TikTok. Oh, dear Lord.
That's why I say end of story.
The clip was widely circulated with a new caption which read, quote, "While Bahamians struggle with high food and light bills, the minister shows off her improved lifestyle." Oh, my Lord. So the show's host asked the minister to respond to the barrage of criticism she received online after the video went viral a few weeks ago. Colby Davis saying, quote, "The video, it was so unfortunate in the way it came off, and I do apologize for those who may have taken it in the way in which I think the caption that went along with it gave such a bad connotation. It was never intended for that to make anyone feel some certain type of way." She said, quote, "It got into the wrong hands and it went with the wrong message, and it's unfortunate because that is not what the intention was." Colby Davis said she later asked her niece to remove the original video from TikTok. Regarding criticism, the video shows that she's out of touch with Bahamians struggling financially. Colby Davis said her work in the community speaks for itself, saying, quote, "I've been working in my community. I've been making sure that I am a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, a shoulder to cry on. Where we can help, we continue to help the Bahamian people." As if you've been listening to the show over the past few weeks, I've been saying this, right? I believe we said it out loud. Make a statement. This a statement should have been made immediately.
Yeah.
And that would have been the end.
Yeah.
This was not intended. This was more of a joke than anything else. I don't know. Something, but say something. This is almost a month now.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary. You got to get ahead of these things. And that has been allowed to stew for a whole month since Christmas. And not cool.
But did you read the story on Monday?
Which story on Monday?
About what she's been doing in her ministry for Bahamians?
No,
I didn't. Which we read.
Please enlighten
about
me.
How she's given, or someone talking to Dwayne Sands saying, "Keep your name out my mouth."
Yes.
Keep my name out your mouth. And, we done do all this stuff for people so you ain't gonna get this constituency again. I done give out livery plates. I done give out
Oh my
homes.
So
I done
she
give
was
out,
Santa too. Not only was she receiving gifts, but she was
I
giving.
done give these things out.
Nice.
Our government has made
you
these
know how
things
that works.
available for people.
Same thing.
I give you these things. Vote for me.
Our hero.
So, still, and I said on the show, I said the messaging, whoever's around you need to keep you on message.
Or fire the people around you. How about that?
Something. I don't know which one. But.
And where did she say that? Was she speaking to her niece at that time too?
No, this was a constituent
That
meeting
was
or something.
okay.
This wasn't on TikTok.
That one shouldn't have gone
This
out
wasn't
public
on
either.
TikTok.
Oh my Lord. But yeah, I heard a little bit of that.
But see, the people around her are probably going, yes, that's an exciting tone. That's the way to put it. No, it's not.
No,
it is not.
So tone deaf indeed.
So still tone deaf, which is unfortunate, right? But and then the whole scandal with this ad in the paper, it just is
this
all
this
terrible.
Has been a bad couple of months, actually. The ad in the paper, that video, the comments from this rally, and the fact that we don't know what's going on with Pike and this BBL deal still.
It's a stink.
Months after we were told we would know what's going on.
It's 4 stink weeks.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Let's get your reaction, folks. Call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Good morning, caller. You are on the air live. Hi, good morning. It's Dave again. Dave. Well, Dave, whatever Joe Beth says, I know you love it. Okay, thanks for your support. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Good morning, Chester.
Good morning.
Good morning to my Bahamian people. The Joe Beth Colby collection. It's only 2 weeks before Valentine, right? And she apologizes, but I don't know why now, but we never got an apology from the Anna Nicole Smith Rolex purchase, right?
I mean,
from the former minister.
Why are you bringing that up?
She chose to apologize. So, like they say, girl, if you have it, flaunt it. Another thing.
What?
That's how the saying go, right?
I'm sure they don't mean that for elected officials.
But another thing, the BPL thing, more serious thing. Dwight, the stakeholders of BPL are the Bahamian people, right?
Supposedly.
Huh?
Supposedly.
It's owned by the government, BPL, when we last checked. Now, as C. Allen said earlier, who gives $80 million to the company when you ain't signed a final deal as yet? So, therefore, that puts the Bahamian people out of it. And as I said before, when they had this group calling the Pike Group, who's supposed to control 60% of this 25-year deal, most of the persons involved with that, you think you're going to be alive by the end of the 25 years? No. Another thing is, they only offered it to people who had $50,000 or more. Right. The average person, husband and wife, let's take a nurse or a policeman, both of them married. They don't earn $50,000 coming in as a police and nurse, right, for the whole year. So that don't invite them to participate. And when you look at $50,000 times 2,000 persons, that's $100 million that they say they were going to raise. So 2,000 persons is only 0.5%, half of 1% of this population. So I call it the BPL scam. What it's saying is, we ain't interested in the rest of you all participating in this. So who votes these people in? And every constituent of every voter of every constituency needs to look at this and say to these people, look what y'all did. Y'all only want us to pay the bill. But I'm going to reiterate.
I think that would have been a very risky move for most people to get involved in this company more than we are already involved. So I'm not too sure.
How is that risky?
No? Would you invest money in BPL?
That's almost like buying government registered stock.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because the government, which is weird, the government's still going to pay the bill at the end of the day.
I would invest the money in getting off the grid, but that's just me. Good morning, caller. You are on the air.
You getting your taxpayer dollars back?
Sure. Hey, good morning. You're on the air.
Other taxpayers' dollars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Dwight. Morning, Jester.
Morning.
Hello?
Hey, yes, you're on the air. Good morning.
Morning. Dwight, I can remember when they was talking about they got let us know what the details about the deal was when the deal was done or when it's signed, something. And I can remember you giving them the benefit of the doubt, saying let's wait and let's see. And I couldn't understand why you was doing that. Based on the pattern that our leaders has already put forth for us, right? But you see that they're proving themselves to do exactly what they've done in the past. So when they come again, Dwight, talking like that, I don't want to hear you telling us, or let's just wait and see. You know what I mean?
I'm still going to
And
say it. I'm saying that now. I mean, I'm just disappointed that they didn't meet their own deadlines.
Well, Dwight, you can keep waiting, yeah? I mean, you know, if you can keep waiting around for that, Dwight, I mean, you know, I just need to have some advice. Don't wait on that.
Stop and
You
stare.
know something, Dwight? And let me say something else, Dwight. Let me say something else. As it relates to, like food security and the production of food in this country, agriculture, right? You all will not see our government engage in any meaningful way agriculture in this country, because the plan is that other people up there want to supply food to the world. You understand where I'm coming from? And you're not going to see our government. You're not going to see our government engage in any meaningful agriculture, because that goes against what they are being told. All right. Now, and one more thing, Dwight. I could try to put forward a little analogy or whatever it's called, them things, right? A drunk driver, right, and a car don't go good together. You understand? So if you're in a car and the person who's driving the car drunk, and you sleep and you chill and you relax, and the person swerving all over the road and doing all kind of crazy stuff, I mean, what kind of person are you, right? Corruption or corrupt leaders or corruption do not go with leaders, all right? Corruption, a corrupt leader is like a drunk driver, all right? We can't be sitting in this car with these people driving, relaxing, when these people ruining the place. You understand where I'm coming from, Dwight? But like I said before, like I told you before, all they want us to do is talk about the problems day in and day out, and that's all we continuing to do, Dwight. You know what I mean? You got to start to stop giving them benefit of the doubt. Y'all have a good day.
Okay.
I accept the analogy.
But there's
what we talked about during the break.
no bus. You got to get in that car.
Can somebody text and let me know if it
properly.
Yeah, if it's just me, or is the line that they put in the road in the eastbound lane on, is that Tony Williams then at that point, by the Big Chicken, is that wrong or is it me? Because the lines in the road took me in the wrong direction and I had to go into the next. It was weird. Okay, fix the lines in the road. Thank you. Appreciate that. PS8.
Okay. Thank you. This text, oh boy, I have lots of questions. Number 1, who purchased the Rolex? 2, where was it purchased? Really? 3, can the minister provide a receipt? Well, it was a gift, so I don't know if she would have the receipt. 4, was the Rolex a gift from a donor? Oh, my Lord. 5, was the Rolex gifted or purchased? Isn't it a gift?
It was a gift that was purchased.
Number 6, was the Rolex listed on her public disclosures from 2024? I mean, her form for 2024. Oh, well, that's interesting. Very late. Christmas is the 25th. Number 7, will the minister release her public disclosure forms for 2022, 23, and 24 to the public? Number 8, what is the value of the Rolex? That's what you want to know. Okay. Thank you. This text says here, I can respect the minister's apology about the voguing video. However, I can't stand the rabid supporters who fail to understand the difference of being in public life, private life, and in the case of the minister being desirous of getting reelected in this paycheck-to-paycheck economy. Interesting.
It's unfortunate that video came out, because it shouldn't have. It should have stayed within the family. You know, that's just unfortunate.
Hey.
But like you said, as soon as it dropped, you was supposed to drop.
Issue a statement.
Quick. Yep.
But yeah, also don't have people around you holding phones.
Boy.
Tell them to put the phone in a box near the door with your name on it.
No, she was modeling for the phone.
Huh? That's true too.
She was being filmed.
But also,
you got to tell people though, now that you have this, it goes nowhere but here in this day and age. Because TikTok, really?
Don't trust that. Gentlemen, she's finally showing her true colors. I don't know what that means. This person says, I've messaged you some time back when the guy from Inland Revenue was there. Still no resolution. It's just ridiculous. Oh, boy. We gave them your numbers, so I'm not too sure.
Which one was this?
Maybe they meant last week, or it was the same person. But we did give, they gave them your numbers. So I and your information.
The system is crashing or something?
I hope you get it sorted out. Sorry to hear that. Why is Dwight fronting like he wasn't buying Rolexes, Cartier, and Uggs at Christmas time?
Fronting like you what?
I don't know. apparently. Rolex. Okay, never one day. Never one day. I don't even know if I'd accept a Rolex gift, to tell you the truth. I'm not too sure I would.
I don't think they look good, if you ask me. But anyway.
Wow. I saw one
I
pretty
would prefer
one
a Cartier.
time. Oh, listen to you. I don't. A friend of mine who's listening told me it's a major investment. It's a great investment.
Apparently.
It's like
the
stocks.
value goes up.
The value goes up.
I don't know how much it goes
in your
up.
portfolio. So are you going to sell it? You're just holding it until when? Whatever. They still need batteries, right?
And cleaning.
Okay, sure. Anyway, all I want to know is, could she afford these things before she became a minister? I doubt it. Try to watch how many ministers become millionaires after they leave office. Okay. That's an empty apology by the minister. Sell the rollie and give the proceeds to the community if she's serious.
Why is she selling her rollie?
To give it to the people in the community.
What people in what community?
What I'd like to know is, how do these MPs be walking around with $100,000 on them?
What are
It
you
was a
talking
gift,
about?
though.
The Rolex?
Making some serious claims here. Eating caviar and $10,000 steak in the salary, but the salary is supposed to be $50,000 per year. They need to be audited and forced to disclose where the funds come from if it's not from theft. Wow. Okay. But, I mean, I hope you all see how things work, though. The richer you are, the less you pay for things. You notice that?
But also,
people want to take you to dinner. People will comp your meals. People will give you tickets to things and give you stuff to wear and stuff. That's sadly, or it's good for them. I don't know.
And also, every caviar ain't expensive. Stop it. Stop it.
Which one do you
Crab
use?
caviar is not expensive.
Why would anyone eat that? What the heck? Just eat garbage. Crab caviar? What type of crab? Land crab too?
caviar.
What?
You never had that? My grandma used to make it for us all the time.
She didn't like you all? What the heck? Oh, wow. Okay, they give that one for free.
And you eat it with dough.
What the? Just eat sand. Woo. Whoa, talk about the lines in the road near Arawak in front of Fort Charlotte on West Bay Street with 3 small lanes. Someone doesn't know the size of a full-size car. I don't even think the hatchbacks could fit in some of these. Okay, wow. These are some serious text messages. I just passed the stupid lanes of the highway. Government, please fix that, please.
So it ain't me.
No, it's apparently not just you.
It's wrong.
This time.
It's wrong. How could you get the lines wrong? Who did they hire
They
to
were
put these lines in
blocking
the
up
road,
the road
bro?
yesterday for it, or the Monday. It was terrible.
Yeah. Why this couldn't be done at night?
Well, some other time, but it was...
Maybe they did that part at night, and that's why they got it
couldn't
wrong.
See. It was backed up way... It was terrible. Anyway, let's investigate the people who gave the gift to the minister. Perhaps they have a big government contract. Could be kickbacks. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Didn't she say who it came from?
No.
Or something else.
No,
She
she
said
didn't
who
say
it- oh, okay.
Gifts above a certain value should be declared. Some countries have laws against luxury gifts to politically exposed people. What if it's your relative giving it to you?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Let's take this final call on this. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning.
Buenos.
You were wondering why the minister took so long to respond, but we have to remember, if you heard the news report this morning of what Fred Mitchell said, you have to know when to bite your tongue, when to speak, and when not to speak. So I guess she was waiting for the red flag, or she was waiting for the hand clap or something to give her the authority to speak. This is why she took so long to speak.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that's how I'm seeing it, because nobody is actually listening to what she's saying now, because when we expected to hear from her, we didn't. So we're no longer listening. And she bragged about giving livery plates, license plates, and taxi plates and all these other stuff. I didn't hear her say anything in specific as to what she did for her community. She didn't come out and say anything specific about her community. She talked about what she did, and 9 times out of 10, only 1 or 2 persons in her community got those. How much of plates did she give out to brag about it?
boy.
We're still waiting on the report from BPL or BEC.
Yeah, a
Thank
long
you.
list of to-dos for the minister. Lots of things we're waiting on.
You know, she sits around a cabinet table who makes decisions. You know, so she can't be blamed for the BBL thing. There's a whole group of people who could be blamed for that. Anyway,
you sure?
That's just how it works.
You sure?
Why should she be blamed for that? She can make a decision on her
I
own.
mean, she and the prime minister both have been telling us
Well, she got to follow that line.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they haven't finalized the deal yet, and that right.
Again, I say that happens around a cabinet table.
Well, so we
These people
collectively
are
blame
figureheads.
We blame them
and
all.
mouthpieces. We blame everybody.
Let's take this one as well. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, Chester. Good morning to Mr. Strachan.
Hi. Good morning.
Respect, Chester. Hey, Dwight.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to comment on the minister. I may say something sinister, but what I want to do say is that was this her personal money she was spending?
Gifts. These are gifts.
And then I sent a text, but you didn't read it. So the text was almost correct, and she said that when she said we was leading in, she said two things. She forgot to say the majority are full. We are leading in that demographic. The majority are full, and so I'd just like to make a quick comment here. As it relates to the statement that you recently made about speaking men biting the conch or whatever. But just remember, let's bear in mind, even though your grandparents taught you this, the narrative of speak when you're spoken to, answer when you're called was a mandate from master them. So, I mean, we falling right down to the T. I mean, think about it, Dwight. What do you mean speak when you're spoken to, answer when you're called?
That's crazy.
You think if everyone was like that, the world would be in a better place? That's master them, man. Give thanks.
Wow. Yeah. Deep stuff. Okay.
We've turned a popular phrase into a Bahamian phrase. I'm going to say that to everybody now. You better bite your conch.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to hold my tongue.
That's right.
With what came to my head initially. Anyway, caviar is eggs, man. Bahamians can't afford chicken caviar. I still have my eggs on layaway. 3 more payments, I can take them home. The full dozen or only 8?
I like that texter.
Have I told you?
Chicken caviar probably costs more than fish caviar now.
There was a time when the egg substitute used to be more expensive. I'm using that now. Egg beaters.
Stop eating the egg substitute.
No, I can't afford eggs. So it's cheaper to buy the egg. I shouldn't say this because not y'all going to buy all that stuff up. And then that price will jump. And then
Don't follow Dwight and eat that stuff.
That's fine. It's cholesterol free, by the way.
It's also egg free.
It says it has egg whites in it.
Okay.
I don't know what type of eggs. But I notice that unlike eggs, this sticks to my nonstick pans. So that's very scary.
So cement.
I don't know what that means.
Plaster.
But they taste like eggs.
It has plaster in it.
Woo. This is what the world has come to. Anyway, a Rolex? Come on. A basic Rolex costs about $8,000. I have a regular job and I've had 2. I see many MPs with Rolexes and fancy cars, not to mention those luxury homes. So you're saying any old person should have a Rolex?
Man,
That's what you're saying?
you got the bottom line Rolex, man.
Yeah.
You ain't got the top line.
But I mean, 8,000? Really? That better be a time transporter. I mean, like, send me somewhere else. It's in space and time. I'm not. No. What?
No.
Even 800 sounds like a lot. For
That
a watch.
is a lot.
And this watch can't read my messages? No.
Can I dive? Can I dive with my Rolex? Is it going to tell me
Some of them.
depth and stuff?
Some of them.
Pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But I mean,
I prefer
if you love it.
I prefer a Breitling.
Boy. Great opportunity now to support our local farmers. They have eggs cheaper. Oh, okay. All right, sure.
Now everybody's going to go to them.
That's fine. I worked with the Britannia commissary. I saw beluga caviar from the 80s and never even attempted to eat it. Frankly, it looks gross. I've tried it a couple times. I don't get the appeal.
Try urchin roe.
You like that?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, it's not for everybody, I guess. Dwight, you have a nonstick frying pan? You rich people? What? Seriously? You're rich. The reason eggs went up is because the prime minister realized how much people pay for cakes these days.
Say what?
What is this? What is this about?
What?
Is it like real?
I mean, cake is expensive.
I don't understand.
But maybe because eggs went up.
It's a cake. We had successful donors to buy us a tri-fuel engine to decrease light bills, and we are thinking the minister initiated the whole deal. Man, we know they just told the minister to sign here. Okay. That's a good one. It's also egg-free. Yeah, they liked your comment there. Well, until eggs become more affordable. Hey,
we had a golden. They need help. I mean, they need like some people to come around and help build stuff or something. Golden Yoke volunteers.
Talk to the chickens. Use some therapy for the chickens. Like, hey, come on, you could do it.
Put out more.
Play some music. Play some music. You know,
we need a dozen from you today.
Wine and dine the chickens. That video demonstrated the immaturity of the minister because she was aware she was being recorded. She was having some fun.
That's not true. I do foolishness around my friends and family. I'm not saying that's what she was doing, but I'm just saying, and it's not for public consumption.
Right. FYI, Rolex is not in the top 10 luxury watches, but they are still costly.
Are they not really?
I'm sure.
What are the top 10?
I'm sure the reputation is sterling. Anyway. Dwight, eating caviar doesn't prove who you are. Don't know why this human... What? You mean construct. That's not what you typed, though. Look at that. What is that? What is that? That's not what you typed. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. No, it doesn't mean it. But, I think some people fake like it. I don't think they really like it. If you're told it costs thousands, you like it. It's the same thing with Rolexes.
Every list I look at has Rolex on it. What are they talking about?
True. Right? If you were told this was $200, would you like it? No, but because it's Rolex and it costs thousands, you're like, oh, it's beautiful. Like, I don't know. But again, if you like it, look at this. Friends.
Ooh, that's a nice Rolex.
Some of y'all are something else, boy.
Yeah, there's something else.
Anyway.
The diamond bezel? Woo. That's money.
Did you get any Christmas gifts, Chester?
Did I get Christmas? That's a good... Did I? Boy, I don't think so.
See, look at that.
I don't remember.
Look at that. That's where some of us are.
My wife is my Christmas gift.
There you go. Good answer. Good answer.
Day.
And your family.
And my family.
There
my
you
babies.
Go. That's all you need.
That's all I need, bro.
Need. You should do a TikTok video on that.
I need some caviar, though.
We're going to go to a break and to the news, and we'll be back. Morning Blend Business coming right up. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
All those loans I had were so overwhelming. Fidelity's debt consolidation loan combined all my loan payments into one easy payment with a built-in savings plan that pays me unbeatable interest. It's time to make that move to Fidelity. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation? You mean the Ministry of Tourism? No, that ain't the same thing, buddy. The Tourism Development Corporation helps to develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You hear that what they say, buddy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do? What does do? Check the website, boy.
Start your journey to number one industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
Alpha Sounds Promotion presents Back to Love, an unforgettable eve, smooth R&B vibes, and cherished memories. Join us at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, February 15th for a spectacular all-white affair featuring live performances by soul sensations Freddie Jackson,
Hey everybody, it's Freddie Jackson. I'm coming to Nassau, Bahamas, and we are looking forward to the night of love.
also performing Regina Bell. Also featuring Bahamas' very own Essence Band. Back to Love, Saturday, February 15th. It's a spectacular all-white affair at the Nassau Cruise Port. Get tickets online. BahamasEtickets.com. Plantation Bar and Grill, Big Boys Cafe, and Tropics Bar and Grill. For more info, contact 822-6863.
And I hope to see you there.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. Hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards. And this morning, it's time for a monthly series with SBDC, Small Business Development Center. Very pleased to have back with us Alexia Johnson, Communications and Marketing Team Lead, along with Innovation Manager Blair Evans. Good morning. Great to have you with us. Happy New Year.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
All right. So you always have a lot of exciting things going on at SBDC. So we're going to get an update on how the new year is going and what's planned. And I want to find out from Blair what Innovation Manager, what that means. That's a very serious title as well. And then we got a whole lot of other things to talk about. But Blair, let's begin with you.
Sure. So Innovation Manager, it's a fancy term, but basically responsible for designing, executing on all of the programs and initiatives that we do at the SBDC throughout the year.
Okay.
Great. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I thought you were like implementing AI or something.
Yeah, so coming up with innovative approaches as well as we execute those different programs, brainstorming, research, all of that stuff.
Let's talk about that. Why is that important to look for innovative approaches to this?
So I think if we want to support and continue to support the Bahamian economy, we definitely have to do that research to understand what the needs are, and definitely thinking of new ways to address some of the challenges that persons may have, and also make our services a little bit more streamlined, efficient, to really be able to support those businesses fully. As technology changes and new trends come up, like we have to stay updated as well.
So what are you seeing? What are some of the things that you've needed to change so far?
I think we're really focusing on pushing digital, and so we'll talk about that later with our e-commerce platform as one of those innovative solutions. A lot of our clients have had trouble with reaching a bigger market and also getting their products and services online. So that's something that we came up with in order to really address that gap that we saw.
You're not afraid you might get too far ahead of where some people are in terms of technology?
No, I think we are kind of behind in the Bahamas in general compared to other places. So we're just trying to slowly, bring people up to speed with a lot of those digital things. Yeah.
Is there resistance from some clients?
I wouldn't say resistance. Maybe there's some uncertainty. So, that's where our training comes in. We focus on teaching about digital literacy, computer literacy, and all of those things. So we're trying to, break it to them slowly so they can become more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there a learning curve that do y'all get a lot of questions about uploading things and how to get to things?
We definitely do. Yeah. So we are trying to implement, like I said, that computer literacy into our training programs as well. So we kind of have that module first to help prepare them to take the rest of the training. Yeah.
I'm curious about this. So are you noticing that the trepidation, that people are nervous because of experiences or just what they have heard from other people? Are they justified in being this cautious?
I think it's just a lack of experience. I think it's easy for, millennials and Gen Z. We grew up with technology being a big part of our lives, but that isn't necessarily the case for some of the older generations. So I think it's just a lack of experience in using those things. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about it. You mentioned the digital e-commerce platform. Explain to us what this is that you're doing and how this is changing the scope of work with SBDC.
Sure. So I can jump in. So Tingzy is the name of our platform. Tingzy.
Spell that for us.
TINGSEA.
Okay.
So not the Y. Tingzy.
Oh.
You like tings? So yeah, that's our e-commerce marketplace. So basically it allows...
Why the name? Is there a reason for the name?
Because it's intended to be a sea of tings on the website.
Oh, okay. I was worried about the sea.
Yeah, the sea part.
Right, the sea part was...
And that brings in, the Bahamian element of it as well.
Okay, we get it.
So it's just intended to allow Bahamian businesses to offer their products and services through an online store where they can accept debit and credit card payments. So that's the premise behind it.
Okay.
This is great. This is great. Now I have to say, I've seen several people try this here, and I don't know if it's not been accepted by Bahamians or we just not ready for it. What are you trying? How are you trying to kind of like get people to understand that this is a glue to buy, but also to sell? Because even like big shipping companies have tried to get Bahamians to put stuff online, and they've given them a platform. I'm sure nobody used it several times.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think there is a lot of hesitation for sure. I think what we're really trying to push is this is like a buy local community, and that takes time to kind of build that awareness and get people to actually want to buy local, first of all. And then also having to convince, like you said, on the vendor side, them being comfortable with making that investment and taking the step to go digital when they're not familiar with that process. So we're doing a lot of outreach, a lot of events. So we're targeting specific vendors that we think would be great for the platform, kind of walking them through. We've had information sessions, one-on-one and group info sessions. So we're really trying to kind of handhold those persons and give them the information they need. But I think it will take time to kind of build that confidence and security in this kind of platform.
Y'all do a lot of research. Did the research tell you that people wanted this?
Yes, I think the survey that we did, about 80% of persons said they were interested and had not, done any kind of digital online shopping before. So there was definitely a need for this.
They hadn't done any shopping?
Well, selling.
Okay.
Selling online.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So tell us what's on it and who can be on it.
So it's open to any Bahamian businesses, so not just SBDC clients. We really want to focus on persons that are trying to expand their market. Maybe they're a home-based business currently. Fees to have a physical presence may be a little too high. So this is another aspect that they can get their products out there on a bigger scale. Or persons that already have a storefront and they'd like to be online and be able to access, a local, international market. So it's open to different Bahamian businesses.
Do you have to be an SBDC client to be
No.
on Tingsy? No.
No,
Okay.
you do not.
Are you? So now the next thing I see is are you talking to those people who might want to sell things online and saying, or have we figured out the logistics of getting then the things that are purchased to the person who purchased it?
So
what's the talk about that?
So we are right now, if someone were to onboard right now, they can let us know what their current options are for fulfillment, whether that's delivery, pickup, etc., and we can plug those into their store. But definitely in the coming weeks and months, we're trying to establish partnerships with, like you
Brilliant.
said, international persons that can get those products shipped out, and other have that partnership and offer those solutions to vendors that onboard with us.
Oh, you said international. I wasn't even thinking that far now. You're talking
Yeah.
about shipping things out of the country to people who buy online.
Yes,
Y'all
that's
thinking that far
definitely
ahead
that's
already.
definitely our goal. Yes.
All right, so I'm on the site right now, Bahamas.com.
You interested in green and blue things?
When you click on it, when you click on shoes, and you can get this is what they have up so far.
kidding.
So basically, this is like an Amazon for Bahamian things. Is that a way to look at it?
I would say it's closer to like an Etsy.
Okay,
So
okay.
more handmade, focused on Bahamian created things as opposed to, resale
Right.
of other
Okay.
things. Yes.
Great. All right. So that's a good point. So are there certain things you would not want to see on Tingsy Bahamas?
I don't think we wouldn't want to see. Right now, we're focusing more on product-based businesses as opposed to services. But there is the functionality there for services to also be on the platform. But definitely for this initial push for vendors, we're focusing on products, handmade products that really showcase what Bahamian is like.
What I think Dwight is getting at is if I decide now I want to bring in eggs and I want to sell them on Tingsy, can I do that?
Are these locally produced eggs?
No.
No, you want to bring them
Bring
in.
them in. Yeah.
Maybe not. So we do have an interest form that we ask persons to fill out, and we get an understanding of what types of products and services you offer, and we kind of look at that and vet persons to see if they would be a good fit for the platform.
So you can't just build a page.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what if it were my own eggs, right? Chickens that I raised, Bahamian produced eggs. Would that be something?
Dwight's yolks.
It could be. I think
That's not a
we've
good
definitely
name.
gotten some interest from a couple of farms actually already. So I think that's something we can definitely look into.
All right. So how would it work? You purchase something, delivery. Explain how that process goes.
So basically, you're purchasing from each individual store. So each vendor would have their options set up for what that fulfillment would look like, whether it's delivery or pickup, etc. So you're purchasing from each store individually, not through the Tingsy platform itself.
Okay. All
So
right.
so there's no kind of guarantee through Tingsy. So let's say somebody buys something online, they don't get that. They're like, I can't reach this person no more. They call in your platform. How does that work?
Yeah, so we definitely direct those specific inquiries based on an order that you made to go to that specific vendor.
Right.
Obviously, we'll assist in the process, but we don't have all of the information that the actual vendor would have.
So y'all ain't gonna end up having a call center
No.
to take complaints from people. That's not okay. Good.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So what are we looking like in the future? Will vendors be rated like a success
That's a good question. Is it-
rate, ranked,
Is that on there?
approved by the customers? Is that a possibility?
Can you leave comments?
That's a great point. Yes, you can leave comments and reviews in each store. So and persons can see those reviews that you leave. And I do think we can look into including some badges for like bestsellers and other
right.
things in the future. So definitely things will keep moving and changing as we get more vendors onto the platform.
All right. So give vendors the details. What do they need to do? Are there fees? How does it work exactly?
Yes, so there are some fees. What we're working with is they would need to have a Bahamian business gateway. That's to facilitate being able to accept the debit and credit card payments. And this is one of the big areas where we definitely differ from an Etsy or an international store, in that you get your funds directly in BSD to your Bahamian bank account. So your funds aren't held up in PayPal or Stripe. You don't have to pay those transfer and conversion fees, etc. So the initial setup cost is $75 to design your actual storefront. So put all the products on there, etc. And then the payment.
You all design it.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. So it's really a hands-off process, I would say.
Okay.
Once the vendors send us the information, so their logo, their products, descriptions, etc., we build the site for them.
Okay.
And then there's the payment gateway fee, which is $250. So that's the initial setup of your gateway. And that's actually a special rate for the plug and play gateway. So if you were to get that outside of Tingsy, it would be
You said a lot
$350.
saying that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So yeah, it would be $350 for that outside of Tingsy, and then the monthly fee for the gateway for us is $35 compared to $75 regularly.
So that also depends on which package you choose at the bank that you get your
Correct.
payment gateway
So
from,
so plug and play isn't compatible or accepted with all banks. So BOB for sure, RBC, Scotiabank accept plug and play. Now, if you have a different bank and a different gateway, there are a couple others that are compatible with the site, but we wouldn't manage that gateway. Basically, you would liaise with your bank, get the kind of setup, and then we would just connect it at the end. So if you have a plug and play gateway, we do everything. We initiate the setup process. You pay your fees directly to us. So there's nothing else you would have to do.
But it's interoperable with any bank that you bank with.
Correct.
So you guys are collecting the money that on behalf of the person who owns the site.
No. So each person is required to have their own payment gateway. So they can get the funds directly to them for whatever purchases they make.
So it doesn't matter which bank you have an account with. They're
Correct.
still paying the same price to SBDC.
Yes.
I see.
Okay, wow. So we talked about eggs earlier, but so you can do food. So if I have a pepper sauce,
Yes, definitely.
You're open to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And if anyone is unsure if their product would be a good fit, definitely still fill out the interest form, reach out to us, and then we can have a discussion on it.
And this is live now.
It's not yet live.
Oh,
so
okay.
we have a landing page up that has
Right.
more information about becoming a vendor. So if you want to get some more information, you can go on the site now. That part is live, but the actual full site won't be live for a couple more weeks.
Okay. So sometime in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is when you expect to launch
Mhm.
fully. Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yes,
Exciting.
it is. It is exciting. I hope people use it because it's great.
Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions, text us 422-4796. 422-4796. You can tweet us. You can Facebook what you want to ask our guests, Blair
can
Evans
I
and
ask-
Alexia Johnson with SBDC.
You said you already had some interest in people kind of signing up already, right?
Yes.
What kind of products have you said agriculture? What else have you been seeing?
So we've gotten some beauty products, some crafts, of course. So, straw bags, jewelry, etc. So we've gotten a couple different kinds so far.
Cool.
All right, we've got some interesting text messages here. This person's asking, is Tingsy open to advertisement from other businesses who aren't vendors on their website?
Huh? I'm confused by the question.
Let me read this again. Is Tingsy open to advertisement from other businesses who aren't vendors on their website?
Oh, the Tingsy will have ads?
Yeah, so there are some paid advertisements on the site. For right now, we are focusing on persons who are vendors, giving them that opportunity to get that space.
Yeah, that's great. But
Yeah.
they have to pay for it.
Correct.
Extra.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Okay. This text is asking, I think the concept is great. The cost needs to be revised, though. We don't know how much traffic they have coming to this site. I mean,
You what?
give it
Okay,
some-
let me not pop off. Y'all deal with it.
That's
So I think
It's your store. Anyway.
Yeah, so the benefit of Tingsy being a marketplace versus you having your own standalone e-commerce store, you are solely responsible for driving any sort of traffic to that site.
Exactly.
Paying for Google Ads, search engine optimization, doing whatever marketing campaigns to get people to go on that site. Being on Tingsy and being a part of that marketplace community, you're able to get access to Tingsy's marketing, including digital ads, social media highlights, as well as in-person marketing opportunities. We're going to be doing a lot of pop-ups and other events throughout the year where we feature vendors. So there's a lot of benefit you get for that additional cost. So while other platforms, that cost may not be built in at the front end, there are additional ad hoc spend in order to get people to, your own site.
Yeah. Is there, are you able to have a store on Tingsy? So I'm not just in the products, but check me out under Dwight's yokes on Tingsy. Is that a possibility there?
He likes the name.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's set up.
Okay.
So everybody has their own storefront.
great.
It's branded in their style and
Yeah.
has all of their information. So contact information, their story, each of their products. And I think to further Blair's point, where we're talking about it's a marketplace. So when I'm looking at Blair's products, while I'm on the website, I can still see Dwight's products and Chester's products as well.
Okay.
So you're getting that secondhand marketing as
Exactly.
well.
Excellent.
And you're also not paying the upfront cost of developing your own website, which can be thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. And then also, like Blair said, getting that payment gateway on your own. So a lot of that heavy lifting that you as a business owner don't necessarily have the time or the financial resources for, the SBDC is taking up a lot of that for you so that you're able to focus on what you do best, managing your business.
And you said services as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I have a rental company, I do bouncing castles, I could have that.
Yeah. So like I said, we're for this initial launch, we're trying to get more of those product-based companies,
Yeah.
but services are definitely accepted as well.
Yeah. Let's say the site again. Lots of people asking about the spelling. I guess
Sure.
spell it really slow,
Okay,
Blair,
I'll go really
so
slow.
everyone can get it.
It's TINGSEA Bahamas.com.
C like the water, Bahamas.com.
Yes.
Ting C Bahamas.
It's an ocean of products.
Right. All right. Okay, so they're asking but it's still early. You're launching in a few weeks. I'm just putting the word out now. How's the site being promoted or advertised? So you're going to do it, but also the vendor needs to
Somebody
do this as
asked
well,
that?
right? Yeah. Somebody did ask. But that's right. Everyone's going to be responsible for promoting.
So everybody would promote their own business, but on the Tingsy side of things, so the SBDC is promoting through whatever paid ads, how we're doing today's interview, social media, and then we're also going to be doing ads not only locally but internationally as well. So using all of our platforms, and then also the SBDC, we have thousands of clients, but we also have a really healthy community of supporters. And that includes people that provide funding or that are just engaged with the SBDC. So being able to reach out to those clients and other different people within our community to be able to market Tingsy with them.
Right.
Can you you mentioned the international sales, and one of the things that Bahamians have complained about for a very long time is that it's very expensive to send things out of the Bahamas. Can you talk about what those conversations have been with shipping companies or who you might be partner? If you could, I don't know.
Yeah, so we're still in the discussion phase, and we do have some clients that are actually shipping companies. So what we're looking to do is establish partnerships to where we can offer better rates than you probably would be able to get outside of Tingsy. So that links to what Alexia mentioned about having that network of partners. The SBDC has a very strong network of persons that we can reach out to and establish, partnerships with in order to, make these things more affordable for the vendors that are on with Tingsy.
Right. In the meantime, I'll write to Donald Trump to make sure he put the tariffs up on us.
Appreciate
We
it.
appreciate your hard work.
So if you are only seasonal in your business, would Tingsy work for you if you only do you make products around Christmas, November, December, and then you wrap up by January?
If you could afford
Would that
to
make sense?
keep your site monthly.
There is the pricing structure. There is some fixed and then some variable. So if you have peak seasons, obviously you would pay a little bit more in those seasons because there would be like a transaction-based fee for that. So we tried to split it that way to make it more palpable for certain people, so it's not just all one large fixed cost.
Okay. All right. My goodness. For each purchase, what amount do you get?
So that would be the transaction fee. So right now that's between 5% and 6%.
Okay. All right. This texter says, just spell the name again. So one more time.
One more time. It's TINGSEA seabahamas.com.
Yeah. All right. So how do you sign up? Let people know what they need to do.
So they can reach out to us in a few ways. So if you go onto the website right now, there are a couple buttons and links, and all of them will take you to us somehow. So you can fill out our interest form. Once you fill out the form, somebody will reach out to you, be able to discuss some more with you. If you want to reach out more directly before you fill out the interest form, obviously you can give us a call at our office number, which is 461-7233. Or you can visit us at the office as well. So there are a couple of ways you can reach out to discuss more about it.
I'm curious, so far, can you say how many of your clients have expressed interest in being a part of it?
I think on the interest form, maybe 200 plus.
Okay. All right.
That ain't no small drop in the bucket.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
because you bring us, Alexia, wonderful people every month, and sometimes I'm like, wait, there was something that somebody said a few months ago. I wish I could remember, and this would be a great place to go and find everybody. Hopefully, so this, a one-stop shop, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be
I
fantastic.
didn't expect you to say 200. That's pretty good so far.
Yeah. So, and of course, all of those persons that are interested may not decide to be
Right.
on the platform. So there is a discussion process and getting them, like I said, used to the idea to accept or understand the benefits and what comes with the investment that's required.
Okay. And one more time, just let people know what to do if they want to sign up.
Okay, so you can visit our website at tingsybahamas.com. There will be a link to fill out the interest form. Once you complete the form, it's a very short form. Just ask a couple of questions. Somebody can reach out to you, or you can reach out to us at any of our other channels via telephone, email, or visiting our office.
Excellent. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the other exciting things going on with SBDC. We're talking with Blair Evans and Alexia Johnson. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Here's a price list of some of the roofing material we carry at Pinda Enterprises. 5/8 pressure-treated roofing ply starting at $36.68. Gray Select Water Shield, $134.20 a roll. Felt, 15 pounds, $16.50. 30 pound, $19.80. Owens, Corning Duration Shingles, and Certainty Landmark Shingles, $56.56 a bundle. Gallon of roof cement, $33.47. All sizes treated dimensional lumber. And of course, we have all nails and all screws. We have 5/8 sheetrock, $28.76. Half-inch sheetrock, $22.18. All prices include VAT.
It's time to upgrade the way you enjoy at-home entertainment. Alive Fiber is here. Enjoy all your favorite channels and streaming apps, all at lightning-fast internet speeds with affordable bundles, and it's only a click away. Visit www.alivefiber.com to sign up now. Stay connected, live your life. It's good to be alive.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
This is it! The big game is almost here, and the
best place to watch it is at Nassau Cruise Port. Join us on Sunday, February the 9th for an unforgettable game day watch party. Huge screens, unbeatable food, and drink specials, and all the game day energy you can handle. Grab your friends, bring your game face, and score big with giveaways, drink discounts, and a chance to win exclusive prizes. Don't miss out on the action. Game day, Nassau Cruise Port, Sunday, February 9th, where every touchdown feels like a win. See you there.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
You work hard for your money, so let your money work hard for you. With as little as $1,000 to start, you can watch your money grow by investing in CFAL's Bahamian dollar and US dollar mutual funds, each tailored to match your unique investment profile. Our expert advisors are dedicated to crafting personalized investment strategies to help you achieve your financial goals. Don't miss out on the chance to earn higher returns on your hard-earned money. Join the thousands of investors who trust CFAL and start your journey toward financial freedom today. Visit us at cfal.com to learn more about our saving and investment options. And let us help you build wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
We're back with Morning Glen Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with Chester Robards. We're talking with Alexia Johnson and Blair Evans with SBDC Small Business Development Center. We'll get back to Tingsy in just a bit. But Alexia, there's always something exciting going on.
Yeah.
And we're talking about this off air. Yeah, you've got another cohort
yes,
of
our
Men in Business.
Men in Business. So it feels like, I know we say Happy New Year, but it feels like the year just kept rolling
Yeah.
for us. So in October, November, we launched our Men in Business initiative, and we had hundreds of men that participated in that program. And towards the end, so in December, we did our grant announcement, and we had 60 men, 29 from the Family Islands, and then 31 from New Providence, who received more than $500,000 in grant funding.
Okay.
So that was a really big deal, especially because this was our first time running the initiative. And we got a lot of involvement. I know that there was a lot of interest in that initiative before we launched. So we're really thankful to our partners at Carnival Corporation and also Toastmasters Club 1600. They really helped us to really pull off a successful program. And now we're already in cohort 2.
Is this the fastest you've ever had a second cohort come after the first? Because it's only been a couple months.
Yes, it is. It feels like
Weeks.
It's
weeks.
really fast. And it's because while we were doing our island tours, I know we shared that with you during one of our last visits.
Right.
We were going to a few different islands. We went to Cat Island. We went to South Andros, Eleuthera, different islands. And we realized that although we had been sharing more about the initiative, there wasn't a lot of pickup throughout some of these islands. And they were like, wait, but we want to participate in this, but we didn't know. So we opened it up for those that we met who may have started the training a little later that wanted to partake in the program. So they are doing that right now.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to announcing cohort 2 for the grant announcement later on in this quarter.
How many are in this cohort?
I think it's somewhere around 40 to 50.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's relatively small.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some benefits to that too, I guess. A smaller group.
A smaller group. It's hands-on, which I think cohort 1 was also extremely hands-on. But I think the difference between the two cohorts is that in cohort 1, there were also people in New Providence. It was really heavy throughout all of the islands, but this one is focused specifically on the Family Islands.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So let people know what it's all about for those who might not know about the Men in Business program.
the Men in Business initiative was focused on some of the difficulties that men may experience in business. So I know that when we did the Women Entrepreneurs initiative, we were focused on the information that we found out through our gender equality survey, that women may have experienced hesitance when they want to sign up for funding, or they may not ask for a certain amount. They may take a step back. But there were also some things, I'm trying to think of any I can pull top of mind, that men may have shared. I can't remember any right now, but they did share different experiences that they have in business. So
Were they unique to what women experience?
I think they were different. So we see that men are more likely to ask for more funding, but they may not have certain skills to be able to actually apply that funding. So being able to say, okay, this is money management. This is how you would do this particular thing. If that makes sense.
Women were better at that, possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so just doing that. And then also we had our Empower Men Forum. That was really exciting. It was half a day, and we did that at Margaritaville, and we had different male entrepreneurs and speakers and leaders that were able to share more about their experiences. We had some interactive activities in there as well. So really hands-on, being able to speak about what it is that you're looking to do with your business, and having somebody that's able to talk with you, and you can engage with other business owners.
Yeah, and I think that mentorship and networking aspect was one of the things that men more so were looking for. So that event really helped, as well as the mentorship throughout the actual training program.
Yeah. And I even forgot, we had a pitch competition towards the end of the Empowerment Forum, and that was pretty exciting. Just seeing the different types of businesses that that they displayed. I know we had a few. I think we had 2. One of the winners for sure was from Grand Bahama.
Yeah, and the other, so the first one I think was on shrimp farming. The other one was in entertainment industry. We had a kind of shipping delivery company as well. So very diverse range of participants in that.
Wow. So what about this one? What are you seeing here? Are these people in business or folks who are aspiring entrepreneurs?
It's a mix. And I think that's what the program was like in cohort 1 as well, where we had some people who were like, we have this idea, but I don't know how to get from here to there. And then we had some who were like, well, I already have my business. I know what I'm doing. So I just need to get the information or get the mentorship or apply for the funding, things like that.
Let me ask you this. I think one of the requirements was to have a business license already, right?
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. So
did that end up being a problem for a lot of people? Did they say, look, these people, they ain't giving me my license yet?
So actually,
I don't want to get you in trouble with DIR, but anyway, I'm just saying.
No, but actually we do accept the proof of application as well.
Yeah.
So not just the business license, because we know that's an issue for a lot of persons. They've applied and taking forever to get it.
Yeah. Any interesting or unusual fields that you're seeing in this cohort?
Fields.
Oh. What? What do you think?
I don't think so. It's kind of just starting
Nothing
up,
that
so
out
we
there.
haven't gotten that kind of data as yet. Yeah.
All right. So when is the next one going to be? If you missed the first 2, what should you be doing?
So that one, it'll be again later in the year, at the same kind of time that cohort 1 would have launched. So around that October, November timeframe.
Yeah. And of course, you don't have to wait for that one. There are all kinds of other programs that are
exactly
co-ed,
other programs.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. And you've got something else exciting going on, but you're going to come back in a few days to talk about that one. But to let people have a hint as to what's going on.
A hint? I don't feel like I'm great with hints. So I'll just say that in December, we announced our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities initiative. And so far, we have already started with our training course for that.
Okay.
It's been really exciting. It's different than how we've hosted a lot of our other initiatives. And I can say wholeheartedly, we've learned a lot internally, but also with our program development, like how we want to ensure that all of our programs are more inclusive.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to come back in a few days to join us on our monthly segment about issues facing people with disabilities every first Friday each month in Morning Blend Business. So next week, you'll be back to talk about that with our friend Dario Charlton. All right, so looking forward to it. Always exciting. Remind folks again about Tingsy, what's happening here, when they can expect this to launch, and if they've got products that they want to get on this site, what
we
they
also
need
wanted
to
to tell them about their back end.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
quickly. Yeah.
So we talk a lot about how it would look in the front end and what's needed, but I think another big benefit is the back end of the site that vendors will have access to. So you're able to manage your inventory, kind of notes where it is in the fulfillment process, whether it's been delivered, shipped, if the order is canceled, etc. You can also get access to great analytics. So you can see where people are shopping from, what device they're using to visit your website. Had they added anything to the cart and not checked out, you can actually see the breakdown of all of that data, which can really help your marketing. And also you can get reports on your revenues. What we're really encouraging persons, especially if they have a smaller business, maybe they don't have accounting software as yet, funnel all of your sales through Tingsy, offline sales as well. So you can really use this as a POS system, basically. There's an app that vendors can download so they can have all of that data about their orders on hand and access it from their phones, and also use that as a POS if they go to a pop-up event or something of that nature. So if you make a cash sale, you can input that into the back end as well, and then you can have a kind of consolidated view of all of your sales.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Will you have any say in pricing? Would you say, well, we think this is an elevated price that might not serve you well, or you're undervaluing it, or is that all up to the vendor?
It's up to the vendor right now. I think as we continue to grow, we're going to look at more advanced offerings, like, for example, including an integration into QuickBooks, offering, more customizable websites, and, increased functionality, I would say, as we see what the needs are and the persons that are on there. So definitely looking to make a lot of improvements as we continue on.
I got to ask, were these all built locally?
Yes, so we did use a local developer for this website.
Nice. And how flexible will this be in terms of if I want to have a sale, anniversary sale, Black Friday sale, to just prices?
That's a good question. So anytime you need to make an update to your store, add any discounts, giveaways, etc., a featured section at the top for any holidays, just reach out to us, provide that information, and we'll make the updates.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. It's very exciting. And I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about Tingsy in the next few weeks. All right, one more time, let folks know that site.
One more time. TINGSEA Bahamas.com.
Soon this will be a
Did you have to add Bahamas because a Tingsy existed?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Just wanted to make it clear that this is a Bahamian platform,
Cool. Yeah. It's going to be a household name soon.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so very exciting. I'm sure we can hear a lot more about it. Alexia Johnson, Blair Evans, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll see you all in a few days.
Yes, sir.
And later in February as well for our monthly series here. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be back to wrap things up. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
You work hard for your money, so let your money work hard for you. With as little as $1,000 to start, you can watch your money grow by investing in CFAL's Bahamian dollar and US dollar mutual funds, each tailored to match your unique investment profile. Our expert advisors are dedicated to crafting personalized investment strategies to help you achieve your financial goals. Don't miss out on the chance to earn higher returns on your hard-earned money. Join the thousands of investors who trust CFAL and start your journey toward financial freedom today. Visit us at cfal.com to learn more about our saving and investment options. And let us help you build wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner. With increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools, take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Phase 1 of Turtle Grass Resort and Island Club will open by the end of the year or early 2026. That's according to the development's principal, Bob Coughlin. Speaking during a media tour for the property yesterday, Coughlin says that he has invested $25 million so far and now has the second largest number of Exumians employed in the Central Exuma Keys. Coughlin is in the first phase of a 4-phase development and says he has kept his promise to the government when he signed his heads of agreement to keep the development low density and eco-friendly. Meanwhile, a 4-phase, $100 million eco-friendly development on Big Samson Key called, again, the same Turtle Grass Resort and Island Club could end its development at just phase 1 and only a little more than $25 million invested in infrastructure if a competing development is allowed to negatively impact the sensitive bay the Turtle Grass is seeing as an important selling point. A group called Integra has pitched the development of a Rosewood resort on the east side of Big Samson Key, and as part of that plan, it suggested the building of a commercial dock for the delivery of supplies and workers for the project within the eco-sensitive bay. According to Coughlin and Turtle Grass environmental consultant Eric Carey, Integra's proposed docking area would require dredging of the bay, though that dredging is only a cursory mention in the development's environmental impact assessment. Read more on the controversy in today's Guardian Business section. And Bahamas Taxi Cab Union President Wesley Ferguson says that any thought of a ride-sharing app for taxi drivers is dead in the water, as the Bahamian market does not need it. Ferguson, speaking to Guardian Business on the lack of progress being made by the union's ride-sharing app, said, quote, "The ride-sharing app is dead in the water right now, dead in the water because with these apps we didn't have the clientele to sustain them. I think the app was targeted to these locals complaining about not being able to catch taxis. This is right after the pandemic when the economy was slow." You can read more about the comments in today's Guardian Business section. Overseas, U.S. President Donald Trump may want lower interest rates, but the Federal Reserve will almost certainly keep its benchmark interest rate unchanged at its 2-day policy meeting that ends Wednesday today. It's likely to be a quiet start to an eventful year for the central bank. Trump said last week in Davos, Switzerland, that he would bring down energy prices, then demand that the Fed lower borrowing costs. Later, when asked by reporters if he expected the Fed to listen to him, he said, yes, presidents in recent decades have avoided publicly pressuring the Fed out of deference to its political independence. Outside of a U.S. president bending norms, the Fed also faces challenging in achieving its economic objectives. Inflation remains above its 2% target. Its preferred measure is at 2.4%, though core prices, considered a better gauge of where inflation is headed, rose 2.8% in November from a year ago. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Tuesday. Your market move is full call, moving 4,520 shares, closing up 2 cents to 6.26. J.S. Johnson moving 6,050, up 1 cent to 16.76. Consolidated Water down 5 cents, closing at 5.28. Emir Incorporated down 15 cents, closing at 9.30. The Basic All Share Index closing at 3,090.28, down 0.17. It's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. Okay, Chester Robards. Let's talk about this really quickly in our final 2 minutes here. So you know this is good again. But if I had seen this earlier, we're going to have the whole show on this. So this is complete nonsense, absolute stupidity and foolishness. Our Yuri Kemper.
We allow stupidity and foolishness
This is real
to
nonsense.
flourish.
Real nonsense. First of all, who knew about this? Was this widely
heard about
publicized?
it, no.
Nobody knows. What's it called? What is it? Huh? Bahamas Taxi Cab Union President Wesley Ferguson said that any thought of a ride-sharing app for taxi drivers is dead in the water, as the Bahamian market does not need it. Maybe they don't want taxi drivers.
We don't want a ride-sharing app for taxi drivers, to be honest.
I was going to say a very bad word. Taxi drivers, sure, perhaps that's the problem, but the people do need this. Ferguson, speaking to Guardian Business on the lack of progress being made on the BTCU's ride-sharing app, said the app is dead in the water right now. He said, quote, I think the app was targeted to those locals complaining about not being able to catch taxis. This was right after the pandemic when the economy was slow and taxi drivers wanted to attract tourists to increase their income. But now that the industry has rebounded, taxi drivers are basically tourist-centric. Well, then it's their problem, not the locals, right?
Exactly.
They go
but they still block in any kind of app. Ride-sharing.
Oh, boy. They go to the airport, stay in line, go to Bahamar, stay in line, and they go to the rotation system that has become very lucrative for them. So to have an app and you call on somebody from Bahamar to go to Market Street to carry somebody to the hospital, they're not going to do that. So the app is obsolete. Oh, my God. Wow. That's why the app is obsolete, because taxi drivers don't care about the rest of us and only want tourists.
He said
oh
that,
my God!
He said that
I know what's obsolete. Oh, oh my God! Oh my God! This place
So
is
stop
astounding.
blocking a sensible ride-sharing app.
Wow! Yeah, get
And
out of the
let
way.
somebody
Get out of the
develop-
way. Let other people do it. Who actually care about others, not just the tourists. This is ridiculous.
And let somebody develop a shared ride service with sensible people who need to make a
and
little
sensible
extra
rates
income.
that don't have anything to do with the taxi drivers.
Exactly.
And you will see who will become obsolete. But they're
That's
very concerned. 'Cause
They
the
know.
tourists will want
They know
that
the tourists
too.
will want that.
The
Yeah,
tourists don't want to be dealing with these people.
yeah, because they've heard the horror
Like the
stories.
taxi driver who tried to run me off the road the other day. Almost every day a taxi driver does something stupid in front of me. But that's another story for another day. The story goes on to say the Digital Transformation Unit was supposed to create a Rate Your ride-sharing app to help police the levels of price gouging in the taxi sector, while simultaneously providing an Uber-style app where locals can use the system to call up taxi service. We don't want taxis.
We don't want taxi service.
We don't want
And like he
taxis.
said, they're too busy to care about the rideshare app. It's not like
Can you
they're
imagine?
obligated to take the ride.
The app will tell you that your nearest ride is 5 hours away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's stuck in front of Bahamar. Whew, I don't want to read it anymore. But you can read it in today's Guardian Business section. Chester, thank you for being here
Yes,
this morning.
sir.
Thank you
Always
for
a
filling in
pleasure.
the last couple of days.
My pleasure.
I'll see you next week. I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Everybody have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.